Shayla, I love the location of the vacant Pizza Hut that you have up for sale, Dalton, Georgia. A friend of mine sent a link to this one and said, Luke, take a look at this. This is a good looking location for you. So I started digging into it and I started looking at the Chick-fil-A and a whole bunch of the different QSR shops that are up and down the street near this location. The shops that are on this street are doing really well. They have high visitor counts. I like to study the visitor counts of the neighbors, the land like you have. I like to study who's shopping there, how often they're shopping there, when they're coming and going, how often they're coming and going, because I like to figure out who should use the property that you have up for sale in Crexie. So I started digging into it and looking at it, and thanks for answering the phone, thanks for getting back to me, thanks for answering questions about this property. I'd like to make an offer to purchase this property. So along with this video, I'm sending an offer to purchase this property as well as proof of funds to be able to pay for the property. A little bit more about me. My name's Luke Smith, and I like studying high traffic QSRs, quick service restaurants, like this Pizza Hut that I got in the background. I started buying properties years ago, desert square properties that have nothing going on, because that's what I could afford. I can't even get to the properties in lots of the cases, $500 kinds of properties. And I started marketing them all over the place and selling them for more. I sold them on terms, I sold them for cash. And lots of times I started figuring out what I could do to make those properties worth more. And I'd go back and buy more of them after I found people that wanted to use those properties. So I would buy $800 properties, $1,000 properties, $5,000 properties, $10,000 properties, $50,000 properties, and I've worked my way up over time. And somewhere along the way, I started running into high traffic retail properties, like this Pizza Hut or Wingstop in the background. Land that a shop like this goes on is worth more than just putting a house on it. It took me a lot of time and energy to figure out who uses that property, who should use that property. But doing that time and energy, I learned a lot. It wasn't until I started finding the tenants for those properties that they really started to work. They really started to sing. They really started to happen. I was able to sell those properties. I was able to do all kinds of deals in those properties that made them worth a lot more than when they were vacant. I've spent years studying that. I've been studying the data. I've been studying the technology. I've been studying the names. I've been studying the brands. I've been studying the players. I've been doing deals with them one after another. Now I see your property and I would like to do a deal on your property. I'd like to buy your property and put a tenant in here that really knows what this property is worth and offer the finance to make it happen for them and go make it happen. So part of this offer, I'm asking for time to go talk to the tenants that belong in this property. I'll call them and reach out to them in lots of different ways. I've done other deals with them. I'm in other deals with them. And I would like to point out that I can pay for resurfacing the property, rebuilding the property, and making it happen in their name, in their brand, in their layout, how they want it, and make it really easy for them to do that. When they're ready to go, and they say, yes, Luke, this is the right property for me. I believe your numbers. I believe your data. I see the story of who's coming and going here and who should be shopping in our shop. High five them and go back, close with you as fast as I can. So part of this offer, I'm asking for the time to do that. I'm asking for the time to talk to those people and get the deal to happen. Come back to you, close as fast as I can, and go work out the details with them. Now, if you're watching this video from another angle, please feel free to look at the links in the description below. I've got all kinds of information about me. Going back, you can see videos and history and transactions I've done all over the place on YouTube and other social media, county records, or wherever you want to look. But the link in the description will take you back to my little community where we talk about doing these kinds of deals. I teach, I show people, I share deals that I'm working on and have worked on, who the contacts are and how to do the deals. I coach people, I help people do these kinds of deals. And I learn by teaching other people. It helps me learn a lot about doing these deals. I make better contacts, I get a better network, and I do more deals. So if you're interested in that, please check out the description section for a link to get back to that information as well. Otherwise, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's Luke Smith, RuleVacantLand.com. See you in the next one.